And this is Ken Kraetzer for CaMMVetsMedia. We're at West Point for Army spring football practice, and we have a chance to talk to the new offensive coordinator, and that is Drew Thatcher, comes in from Nebraska. Coach, good to see you. What's it been like for you to just arrive at West Point, see all the traditions, and get out here on the practice field with your team?
Oh, it's been a fun one. I mean, West Point is an amazing place, so it's just an honor to be here and, putting in a lot of work. These kids are working extremely hard. We're just trying to make progress every single day. That's been our goal. It's not going to be a finished product anytime soon, but we just got to keep getting better every day.
Had you spent any time in the New York area before? I know you went to, had time in New Mexico and Nebraska Kearney. Had you been to New York before?
No, I've never really been much of the East Coast. My dad actually, he lives out in Virginia now, so he's like 6 hours away, but I'd only visited him out there once, and I'd never spent time in New York or anything, so it's been fun. I haven't really had time to go explore or anything like that. I might take a couple days in the summer and see what the city's all about in there and hit some of those tourist sites, but just campus and the surrounding areas are amazing, so that's been fun.
It certainly is. Tell us a little bit. Now, you went to college in New Mexico, is that correct?
Yeah, yep. I went to New Mexico State.
New Mexico State, and then you were at the New Mexico Military Academy, is that correct? Tell us about that.
Yeah, so it was New Mexico Military Institute Junior College. It's high school and a junior college there, and it's actually modeled after the West Point model, which is kind of funny because I think I would have been a lot more lost here if it hadn't been for my experience there. I mean, a lot of the terminology is the same. A lot of the kids' day-to-day routine is the same. And so it's definitely kind of helped me to adjust to what these guys are going through every day. And obviously this is on a little bit of a higher level on what they do, but that's definitely helped my transition.
And you're most recently at Nebraska Kearney. You had some big offensive teams, players that did very well there. Tell us a little bit about your experience at Nebraska Kearney.
Oh, it was fun. We came in there and kind of helped turn that program around. Obviously, we had some amazing players. Got to coach a really talented quarterback room there. Obviously, TJ Davis is still an elite quarterback, and so he was a fun one to be around. And just that whole group, we had a great team, and Coach Lynn did a great job building that culture. So that was fun to be a part of. And then it's fun kind of transitioning to Coach Munkin and the culture he's established here. So just trying to make sure I keep the standard that he has here. And do my best there.
Very good. How did you develop your offensive philosophy? Obviously, Army's had an option offense, and tell us a little bit about how you developed your philosophy on offense and your plans.
I've kind of had a funny career. I've been involved in so many offenses. When I got to New Mexico State, Tony Samuels was our head coach, and he's an old Nebraska option guy, so I got to experience that. Then Hal Mumme came in, and he's an air raid guy. Then when I GA'd, we had 3 OCs in 3 years, so I kind of got to see all that. And, I think the biggest part is fitting your offense to the school, and making sure your offense fits the culture. And so some places we've thrown it a little bit more, some places we've run it a little bit more. Obviously here, you're always going to be tough, hard-nosed, physical, disciplined players. We got to continue that, but hopefully we can, expand on some areas and, attack people in different ways and stuff like that. So it's just trying to attack defenses in what your strengths are.
Very good. Now, you're coming in needing to develop a new quarterback. You had Bryson Daly. We just talked to Dwayne Coleman, Alex Meredith, a couple of others. Tell us a little bit about how you're approaching the quarterback position.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like all positions. We're just trying to coach that whole room, get everybody better, and then kind of see who comes along. Bryson's the one guy that's got game experience, and I think that's pretty valuable. And he's been putting together some solid days, and then those other quarterbacks are all working their butts off as well. And it's not going to stop after spring ball. I mean, those guys got to keep working. They got to keep throwing with the wideouts. They got to keep studying and learning, and that way we come back in fall, everything slows down, and then we can kind of see where everybody's at. But just, trying to get every guy to be the best player that they can be right now.
And you have some veterans on the offensive line going in. We talked to Sam Barsek after the scrimmage on Saturday at center. Jackson Philbwitz, Jordan Law, Connor Finuchin, Simon Dillinger to start with. That's got to be an asset that you've got experience on your offensive line.
Yeah, I mean, it's no matter where you are, you win up front. And so we've got a really veteran group up there. And they're doing some really good things. They're learning some of the new stuff we're doing. But like I said, the culture's got to stay the same. We've got to be tough and physical, and that starts up front. And those guys have been doing a really good job of that. So very fortunate that we have kind of that veteran group, and then Coach Drink and Coach Vitti are doing a great job with those guys.
Sure, and then you have, in the backfield, you got those two big fullbacks. They're not playing in the spring this year. Tyson Riley, Jacoby Buchanan, kind of Mr. Third Down, Mr. Fourth Down. What is it like to have two big fullbacks as an asset in your offense?
I think people classify them as fullbacks, but they're big running backs. I mean, those guys are big, athletic dudes, and they can do a lot of different stuff. So it'll be nice to have them, to kind of pound people with, but they can do more than just run their head into a wall, too. I mean, they're both really good athletes. They're both versatile, and they're just good football players. So we'll find a bunch of ways to make sure we get them involved, and they'll definitely help us.
And maybe just final question: what will stand out when people come to the spring game a week from Friday night, and then in the fall when you get out there on the field? What will stand out about your offense?
Again, I think we've just got to continue to establish the culture here, continue to build, what Coach Monken's done here, and just play with fanatical effort. Execute. Toughness, humility. We've got to just keep hammering those. It'll be new formations, and I think there'll be some unique things people will see. But again, the effort and toughness that we play with, that's got to be the same.
Well, great to chat with you, Army Offensive Coordinator Drew Thatcher. Welcome to West Point, and we'll look forward to watching balance of spring practice.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. This is Ken Kraetzer for CaMMVetsMedia.